Hey!
Okay.
Hi, how are you? Ça va?
Ça va. And you, how are you?
We are very well. We're very
Nathanièle,
Yes.
c'était nécessaire pour moi de parler en français parce que j'ai rencontré avec Fred de Canal+,
Oui.
journal des jeux vidéo. Et il a dit que c'est un grand programme, c'est très important. Il a dit que je dois parler en français.
D'accord.
Et pour ça, j'ai pratiqué ma français pour
Avec
une
plaisir.
semaine. Et après ça, il a dit que je peux parler en anglais si je veux.
D'accord. Ok. Speak in
Oui.
French,
Ça va?
French, and I speak in English. And
Fantastic.
you speak French.
How is his French?
But my English is very bad. I'm sorry. Very
No, it's
sorry.
not. No.
It's
Yes.
not. So earlier we were talking about how much you do actually look quite a lot like Nico.
Mm-hmm.
You do resemble Nico quite a lot.
Yes, because I didn't knew the Les Chevaliers de Baphomets. I did a record as an artist, as a comedian, but I didn't knew I've never seen Les Chevaliers de Baphomets. And 2 or 3 years ago, my son has shown me a video of the Chevalier de Baphomet, and so for the first time in my life, I saw the video, and I looked for Nico Collard. So I saw Nico Collard, but I said in myself, oh, it's very funny because it seems to me that I look to Nico Collard. There is a semblance between us.
There is, definitely there is. So did you enjoy playing the character?
Yes, a lot.
What do you like
she's
about
very
her?
interesting because she's a journalist and she has a lot of she's really a character, you know. She's feminine, she's sensitive, but we feel that she's very clever, and she's very feminine. She has the sweetness, and also le caractère, la volonté. She's very determined to do and to do the thing exactly as she wants to do.
Mm-hmm. And
Sorry,
go on.
no, you go.
Charles, go on.
I was going to say, do you think that this is an English view of all the Parisian women, young women?
Perhaps yes, perhaps no.
And is it a fair view? Do you think that that's correct? I want to say that she's a very modern woman, very modern. Oh, great.
Not like an executive woman, but a very modern woman, very clever and very sensitive and very sensible, very perspicace, very efficient, and the real modern woman.
Oh, great.
And I think that if this game is successful, there are some reasons why, because the success of this game.
Well, that's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it? Because that's really what we're trying to do with Nico.
Mm-hmm.
We when we first wrote our first games, back in the early 90s, the depiction of women in video games was appallingly stereotypical. And we sort of tried to, not only because it was so pathetic, we tried to sort of rally against that and have more interesting women characters. And perhaps that's one of the reasons why our games are popular, because we try and avoid stereotyping anybody, but particularly, our main female protagonists.
Yes, and I think also that his relationship with the main character, which the French actor is Emmanuel Curtil, the relationship between them is very interesting. Also, a lot of sweetness, a lot of For me, it's very, very pleasant to do the voice of Nico Collard.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
It is a beautiful voice, though. You've got a
Yeah.
lovely voice.
It's very pleasant, but when it's very different when we work in a studio. When we are working, we are recording in a studio, and when we heard the final voice, and when my son showed me the game on his computer, I was very surprised to hear my voice, because I try to really to feel the character of Nico, not to play, but to feel the character. And of course, I'm not interested to know if my voice is beautiful or not. I just try to be in the action. In the action. It's more important to be in the action, in the play, in the game, more important than to want to have a beautiful voice or something like that. For me, it's not important. Just to be in the rhythm of the character. It's the only thing important.
Great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For me, it's my opinion.
Fantastic. Can you tell us your son's name?
My name?
No, your son. The name of your son.
Oh, my son. The name of my son is Joachim, and my son is 16 years old.
Fantastic.
And he's a very, very, very nice violinist.
A violinist. Wow.
Talented family.
Wow.
Yes.
Very talented family.
Perhaps in musical and in classical music, but also in jazz.
Wow.
He's a very, very young jazzman.
Wow.
And you can see on YouTube, he's playing with Didier Lockwood. Perhaps you know Didier Lockwood. He's very famous jazzman, violinist.
Wow.
And my son is a violinist. And,
Wow. And he likes Chevalier de Baphomets, does he?
Yes.
He's obviously an all-round top guy.
Very cultured.
Yes.
Awesome.
Perfect. God, how lovely to speak to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And thank you also for waiting.
You've been very patient.
We were explaining before that we had a few problems with the very first version. Absolute chaos, but it's all sorted out now, I think. Although Tony is still answering a few questions. This, by the way, is a Yorkshire cap, okay? This is what we all wear in Yorkshire. And the women as well.
Okay.
It looks very good, doesn't it?
It's like a French beret, but Yorkshire.
Brilliant.
Okay, before we leave, would you like to give a message to the French fans as Nico in French, or just to say hello and...
A message for
the French fans as Nico?
Okay. So I in French or in English?
In French, if you like, yeah.
In French.
In character.
Je pense que c'est vraiment un personnage très très intéressant et un jeu très intéressant, parce que ce n'est pas un jeu violent, ce n'est pas un jeu qui amène de la violence, c'est un jeu qui est comme une enquête, mais qui est très calme, qui est très... donc contrairement à beaucoup de jeux vidéo. Et comme moi j'aime énormément la musique classique et je produis des concerts de musique classique, I'm producer for musical classic for concerts. I like when the things are very calm and very beautiful. Et je crois que ce jeu amène des choses calmes. Ce n'est pas comme la majorité des jeux vidéo qui sont des choses violentes ou qui incitent à la violence ou qui n'amènent aucune réflexion. Là, c'est vraiment comme une enquête. Et je trouve que ce personnage de Nico Collard est un personnage très élégant. She's very elegant.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, if you like things that aren't violent and are calm, then don't come to this office when we're trying to master a game. That's all I would say.
Thank you very, very much, Nathanièle. You have been very patient.
And
it's
really
been
lovely to
talking
speak to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, and I'm very grateful. I see you. I say you thank you.
Thank
to-
you. And we'll take you for a glass of wine and maybe a meal in Paris one day soon.
Okay, why? With pleasure for the French wine, of course.
Of course. Is there any other type?
Red or white?
Oh, definitely red. Definitely red.
Vin Rouge.
But
Red
that's for those sausages. I
and
mean, that's a
white.
different thing.
and champagne.
Enchanté.
Enchanté.
À bientôt. Au revoir.
Merci,
Au
au revoir.
revoir.